What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Black Uchiha 3, long face, skinny body, got no regret. I'm still working on that part. And we back with another Boruto video. Now you already know what's going down, guys. Alright, now this is the official part 2 that I've been chatting about for like the last week. They screaming like, yo, Black Uchiha really capping, like he's not finna drop his part 2. Relax, guy. Like, I got the sauce, don't worry about it. Before we get into the video, once again, I didn't get to say this like personally myself. I know probably a few of you guys watched my last video. It's really not even a review or anything. It's just my thanks. This channel has reached 100 subscribers. So thank you guys very much for all the love and support. I don't know if it's love, but thank you all for all the support. You know what I'm saying? I got love for y'all though. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm real like that. I grew up in the trenches, you know. I don't know why I said that. Appreciate the subscribers. Don't forget to continue subscribing. You know what I'm saying? The next time I'm gonna celebrate is when we hit 500. After we hit 500, we're gonna hit 1K. After we hit 1K, you know what I'm saying, I'm punching everybody in their face. We finna get right down and dirty into the business. So let's hop right in. You know what I'm saying?
Damn, Mizzy Mari got beat.
Alright, y'all, so my part 1 of this video, really, it was kind of lengthy. I think about like 18 minutes long, dragging it. Honestly, a lot of the things I said in that video, I intended to mention in this video, and then I got kind of carried away. I did bring up Boruto a lot in that video, and I did talk a whole lot about Boruto, but the main focus of that video was Kawaki. So if you didn't see that video, you might as well go ahead and check it out. Alright, so this is part 2, and right now we're really going to be focusing on Boruto. Now, what I really want to talk about, first aid ball. We got like, I think like 10 more days till the Boruto chapter comes out. So, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all excited for chapter 37. I'm excited as shit for chapter 37. We finna really get down to business once that chapter comes out. But, you know, first and foremost, the main one, I guess you could say, well, for me, my main climax that took place in chapter 36, other than Jigen entering into Naruto's household and popping out of Kawaki's karma out of nowhere and shit, we found out that Kawaki was actually able and capable of advancing his karma to the supposed stage. This is what I'm calling it, supposed stage 2. You know, an advancement. Jigen referred to it as like an advance. You know, he literally said he was surprised that Kawaki was able to advance this far. So I guess you could say it's an advancement in the karma seal. It's different, you know, stages to the karma seal, I guess, but he started to take on Otsutsuki features. Now that video, I really focused on whether that hologram Otsutsuki that Sasuke came across in the dimension, whether it was Jigen or not, whether it had the possibility of being an Otsutsuki member that Jigen defeated, or the Otsutsuki member that has merged with that Ten Tails that's in that dimension, or literally that is Jigen's true form, and some mysterious reason as to why he's able to transform in and out of his form. Maybe he's sick or there's something going wrong to that. I went over all of those possible scenarios and how it connected to Kawaki growing that horn. Is Boruto gaining, you know, possible Otsutsuki form, and that would be kind of like, not kind of, that would be straight up lit. Like Boruto, and like he's basically like a Hercules, you know what I'm saying? Honestly, technically, because Naruto's a god and Hinata's a human. I call her a goddess, so technically Boruto is already a god.
Human. I call her a goddess, so technically Boruto is already a god.
You gotta be kidding me! There is a hardcore champ.
So much slander is trying to hit my channel. Boruto's not a god right now. Boruto possibly can have like, yeah, a demigod sounds right, because like Hercules was half human, half god. Yeah, Boruto could be like a demigod, half human, half god with this Otsutsuki mark, you know what I'm saying? And that would be completely lit. The possibility, if this actually goes down, we see what happened with Kawaki. Now he started to take the form of whatever Otsutsuki it was, whether, like I said, it be Jigen or just the Otsutsuki member that Jigen defeated. Now, if this happens, it could be possible, whereas as the advancement, you know, continues to grow of getting familiar with the karma seal, also the, you know, the person who left the karma seal with the vessel literally becomes more influenced. So we've seen at points in times in the manga where Momoshika pops up in the Boruto's head, even in the dream, and Boruto's confused as to what's going on. And we know, as per the last chapter, Boruto's not quite yet able to deliberately use the karma seal, but he is getting used to it. You know, he knows that, he knows at least when it's gonna activate, meaning whenever he's around Kawaki or whenever he's in a very dire situation, he knows that it's gonna activate. He doesn't know how to literally activate it yet. So he's getting kind of used to it, and we get to see he's having moments in scenes of where Momoshiki and images of him are popping up, and it's clear based off of the dialogue that Jigen provided with us some chapters ago that, you know, once the Otsutsuki members defeated and they decide to leave behind a vessel, you know, it's kind of, I guess you could say it's possible to be haunting the vessel in order to, I guess you could say possibly take over. It could be like that, maybe where Jigen, you know, is trying to escape the Otsutsuki member he defeated. Like I said, again, I touched on that in the last video, and that could be the case where Boruto is going through the same situation here with Momoshiki. But somewhere along the line, you can see the parallels where, you know, how when Naruto had Kurama and he was the vessel for Kurama, eventually, you know, Naruto and Kurama was able to become best buds. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Momoshiki's character, it would be so weird, even like more weird for Kurama. But it's not like I'm saying like Kurama was just like, he was straight up hate, like nigga didn't care about nobody. With Momoshiki, I see him as like someone who doesn't really acknowledge the human race. So it's really kind of hard for me to accept the fact that Boruto will be able to change Momoshiki's heart. Don't get me wrong, my man Boruto did change Garaga, you know what I'm saying? Even though that was anime only, it was canon anime only, and he did have Garaga, and he managed to, you know, soften Garaga up a little bit. So somewhere along the line, it could be the same case with Momoshiki. Momoshiki starts to try to take over Boruto's body. You know, when Boruto becomes more advanced with the karma seal, he's able to, bro, it would be so sick to see Boruto grow Momoshiki's horns. Like fuse Momoshiki's horns, that would be freaking devastating. It would be lit. Like his character design is, right now, Boruto's obviously my top 3 favorite characters in the Boruto verse, excluding Naruto Shippuden characters. It's Boruto, Kawaki, and Shiki. They just go hard, especially my man Shinki. Like, boy, he goes hard. I can't wait till he comes back in the manga. He will be popping up in anime soon, but still, especially getting this Otsutsuki, like, I don't know, half human, half god form, bro, definitely, probably hands down be my favorite kid. It's just like Boruto's character development is kind of like, it's easy to overlook and go unnoticed. And that's what I really don't like about it. Also, at the same time, that's what's most beautiful about his character from a writer standpoint, because it's like a very good, amazingly written character and very realistic. And the fact that people don't like it, it shows you how realistic and connecting his character actually is compared to most shonen characters. But aside from that fact, you know, Boruto getting this, you know, half Otsutsuki, half human form would be very good for the story. It could be like where he just has, you know, maybe the mark spreads all over his horns and stuff like that, and he's able to, you know, ascend into like another level that's like beyond human understanding, where he's possibly, maybe even in the Otsutsuki form, Boruto will possibly be able to fly. But some of the basic things that Otsutsuki could do is flight. They can do space-time ninjutsu, basically traveling in and out of space without any dojutsu. But the thing is, Boruto's actually kind of already able to do that, so they will be able to implement those powers or features in somehow. I feel like, because honestly, the stage 1 of the Karma Seal already stated that it gives you a basic buff in speed and strength and stuff like that. And what's interesting about the Karma Seal is, you know, it builds with the owner of the seal. So basically saying, as Boruto gets stronger, his Karma Seal would get stronger, meaning that Boruto can use, like, let's say 50% amount of effort right now and to do like a blast, and the Karma Seal will make it as if it was Boruto's 100%, because it doubles the effort, you know what I'm saying, doubles the power, the maximum output of whatever you're shooting out, and it'll make it be like he shot it with 50% of his strength, the Karma Seal makes it 100%, you know. And let's say 2 years down the line, he shoots the same power with 50% of his strength at that time, and the Karma makes it 100% of his strength at that time, but the damage can be like 4 to 5 times even greater, but the effort will still be the amount the same when Boruto. It's crazy that the Karma Seal probably is going to be one of the most broken jutsus. I don't even want to call it broken, like power ups, hands down. because it's just so many unknown factors that can go into this. And if it is definitely possible for Boruto to grow, you know, some type of Otsutsuki form, which I think this is really the route that they're falling in. I honestly didn't see them going this way. I really felt like, you know, the curse mark, the whole line spreading across his body and it lighting up, that it was going to be like as far as they went with the whole karma seal, and they were really going to focus on the Jogan. But I feel like they still are going to heavily implement the Jogan into Boruto's story, because we still yet to see how he get this scar on his eye. But it seems like they're really taking this karma seal deal and then they're just running a whole mile with it. I'm very excited though. In chapter 37, I really want to see how things are going to play out, whether Kawaki is able to maintain his sanity in this form, or whether it could be the case like, you know, where they start to transform or grow these horns, these Otsutsuki-like features. It could be because, you know, in Naruto and Kurama, it's able, like, Naruto's able to literally stay in his human form, but allow Kurama to take over his body. Kurama is also able to talk out of Naruto's human body as well. We've seen him do it when they were facing Mamoru Uchiha. Kurama was like, yo, switch with me right quick, boy. Let me spit some game on Maru to let this nigga know what's up. He finna get that ass whooped, you know what I'm saying? So it can be the case where, as the advancement grows, Momoshiki's consciousness can be much more visible and clear to Boruto, and then somewhere down the line where they're able to switch consciousness, whereas like when Boruto starts to get used to their power after him and Momoshiki had a come into Jesus moment, and then Momoshiki's like, you know what, man, let me show you how to use this power. They switch places real quick. Momoshiki do some cool shit. You know, it's like typical shonen stuff, and I'm really excited. Honestly, 10 more days till, like, I think 10, 12 more days probably until chapter 37. I cannot wait to see how this is going down. Everybody's going to be popping up from Boruto and Mitsuki. Boruto's karma seal is on full-on activated mode, so it will be definitely possible we might get to see something going down with Boruto's karma seal, because we know one thing with Boruto and Kawaki, their karma seals resonate. Right now, Boruto karma seal just went off, tweaking, like crazy tweaking, because what's going down right now in his house. Now Kawaki started to grow his horn. Now when Boruto pops up, she's in front of Jigen, we know that Kawaki and Boruto have both been training all this time. Even though Kawaki is obviously more advanced in a karma seal than Boruto, it could be the case where something this triggers Boruto's karma seal to resonate with Kawaki's in order to match, because that's what we've been getting from them these past couple of chapters, where they're resonating, where something happens to one, the same thing happens to the other one. We even seen Kawaki turn on his karma seal literally just to activate Boruto's karma seal. So it could be as soon as Boruto sees Kawaki and sees like his horn and shit, he's like, what the fuck? And then boom, Boruto starts going his horn. See, wouldn't be surprised if that happens. And if that happens, I'm gonna show this snippet over in my next video just to show y'all like I'm really with the foresight seeing stuff. But it's your boy Black Uchiha 3. Let me know what y'all think. Stage 2 of the karma seal possibly being revealed. Do y'all like it? Do y'all think it's good for the show? How do y'all feel about Boruto possibly getting like a half human, half god, Otsutsuki type of form? Do y'all think he's officially trying to become OP? Because you think about it, this Jogan, this karma seal, and the fact that, you know, like he's literally already a prodigy in this new generation world, he can beat up like probably most of the father ninja. So let me know what you guys think. Comment below. Again, thank y'all for 100 subscribers. Let's shoot for 500. It's your boy Black Uchiha 3. Long face, skinny body, got no degree. I'm still working on that part. Black Uchiha out.